Live life mega size. We're making every day good again. Get the experience and education for success. Allow yourself to get a fresh start. Get rid of all the negativity. Learn how to activate your inner peace. Now it's time to be bold, strong, mega life. Dr. Carolyn G. Anderson, Army veteran and business strategist, is calling all mega lifers to be bold and win gold. Our doors are open. Join the club, get the education, and prepare for an experience of a lifetime. Experience plus education equals elevation. 1 + 1 = 2. The Mega Life movement is helping transform lives, families, communities, one day at a time. We invite you in. It's amazing. It's huge. It's Mega Life. Let's stay connected. Focus on you and continue to do life together.
Hello. Dr. Carolyn G. Anderson here. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am looking to see who are my peeps that are out here with me today. So I am thrilled to talk about day 8. So today is the Gift of Life series. I've been doing this now for the last 8 days, and it is my gift to you, my gift to life itself, my gift to sharing how to live it fully every day, because that's what life is all about, right? And so this is my birth month, at least my Gregorian calendar birth month, as well as my Hebrew birth month is coming up. And so I am sharing the gift of life. 9 years ago, when I became a full-time entrepreneur, I started off as a life coach. And life for me is a trademarked word spelt just like it's listed on my screen, L, lowercase I, capital F-N-E, and it means live it fully every day. I realized that there were so many people who did not know how to capitalize on time, how to use the number one asset that life has given to us, that God has given unto us. Life is all that we have, and life is all about the time that we use, how we use it to build our lives. How do we use it to build relationships, to maximize our purpose, to live it fully every single day? So I got the word life trademarked. It still is to this day, and it really stands for live it fully every day. Then I am the founder of the Mega Life movement, and mega means make every day good again. You put the two words together and you get the Mega Life. And so I am the expert. I'm the doc, I'm the gal, I'm the woman, I'm the lady, I'm the pageant girl that teaches how to maximize life to its fullest potential. How no matter what life circumstances may find you in today, how you have been given that power, you have been delegated authority to be able to shift and to transform your life. And my purpose in life is to transform life one life at a time. So for those of you who have been following me on this journey, and if you have not, you have 5 recordings that you need to pre-watch in order to just be able to catch up where I am. Every day I leave life transforming life tools to use to be able to shift your thoughts. I bring the gift of life to you from a neurological perspective. Everything in life is all about how we think about it. Our mind controls our brain, and the brain controls the body. So everything that is ever built, every entrepreneur, every evil, every good, it all starts with a thought. And from that thought, it either builds upon to become an action, or an action can also be silent. So you have silent actions that are taken, and then you have the ones that are taken physically. And so the thought develop, and we think those thoughts, we activate those thoughts, and those thoughts becomes a behavior. So I am wearing my most awesome, what I call my spectacles. Oh, I like that. Let me just change my hair. So I'm wearing these amazing light, my light, L-I-G-H-T spectacles, and bring this around. Hey, now I'm a young girl. All right. Myra, I don't know if Myra is on here, but Myra said the reason why she loved working with me is because I'm young at heart. I said, girl, no, I'm not just young at heart. I'm just really 31 years old. I don't know if Myra knew that or not, but I'm 31 Hebrew years, all right? Okay, so I like this new ponytail. So my spectacles should I put it on this side? As you notice, I come to you a lot in yellow or gold. Yellow is one of my brand colors, gold, black, and white. A touch of blue, orange, and also green that represents life. And I've been wearing a variety of different, I have so many, oh my God, I can bring you 30 days of just yellow, just the tops. Forget the jumpsuits, because I have quite a few of those. So I'm wearing my brand color as we are building up to the mega day, which is 12/28, where I'm going to invite you into my virtual world. I'll show you my new virtual home. We have a mega launch on that day, at least the beginning of the, we'll be adding things to it, but on that day, I'll be coming to you from sunny Florida or maybe sunny Jamaica. You never know, but it will be some sun on that day, 12/28, because I was born in the sun. 12/28, 8 o'clock in the morning on the Shabbat day, nice and sunny and beautiful. So I've been sharing nuggets and tools. Whoever is online with me, if you can share it to the various groups. Hey, Myra. Yes, we are, darling. We're the same age. We is the same age. That's my Ebonics. That's an inside joke. So I've been teased a lot that I'm so proper and bougie, and when I try to be ghetto, it doesn't work. So I adopted Ebonics. So Kevin Hart, or maybe it was Steve Harvey, it's one of them. They said there was this conversation that they had, and I think they were saying I think it was Steve Harvey, that he doesn't speak well or proper English. And he said, well, I would rather say I is rich than we are poor. And I love it. I love it. I love comedy. I should be a comedian, but no one pays me for it, so I'm not doing it. When someone starts to pay me for my jokes, then I will take it seriously, and it will become one of my side hustle. And I'll just do it, for passion, not necessarily for pay, but I do need to get paid for it. So I don't have a collection basket that anyone has been dropping money on my jokes. So I'm not doing it, but I do have jokes. Actually, laughter is good for the soul. And so it really keeps you going. And so that's our inside joke. We have it within Kyle, within my enterprise. We do a lot of, culture jokes and stuff. If people would just lighten up, if we just laugh at this stuff, I know it's not funny, some of these racial things, because I do affect some. I've been through it myself, stereotypes. But I just laugh at it because it's just stupidity. It's just ignorance, lack of understanding, unintentional biases. That is one of the things I have taught in corporate America about leadership and how to manage those unintentional biases, because some of them are truly unintentional and not necessarily an intent of the heart. But what you don't know destroy you, which is why the mind is such a powerful tool. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. That is a quote. So welcome, Myra. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me just share it out here. Start my watch party, because sometimes I don't start my watch party and I forget about the watch party. So let me do the watch party. I only have 28 minutes each day with you. I am committed to not going over, and now the hair is bothering me. Okay, here we go. I'm committed to not going over those 28 minutes because it's what I'm doing. I'm giving time, and I'm also limiting that time to just 28 minutes. I also know that how the mind can become very unfocused, which is one of the things I'm going to be talking about today. So yesterday I shared about the 10 senses, and I was on sense number 7 yesterday, which is really common sense. Number 8 today is about the mind. It's mind sense, making decisions with your mind and not with your heart. So that is what I'm going to share with you today. These are my life skills and my life tools that I'm giving to you today. I'm giving you the gift of life. We are in a giving season right now, but it is a season like none ever before. Never before in my lifetime, or perhaps even in your lifetime, has there been this global pandemic, not just one medically, but also there is the global pandemic of the uprising, the global pandemic of anxiety, the global pandemic of the unsettledness, the global pandemic of chaos. In the midst of that, you have to be able to find some form of life within those. There are so many people that are attempting suicide or have taken their own lives in this time frame that we are living in. And so my purpose in life is to transform lives one life at a time. If I can affect one life, then I've done my life's purpose. I've lived it fully for that day, and I've lived it fully, period. If one life can be shifted and transformed, and I am so grateful. This is why I love the Mega Lifers. This is why I love the investors who are a part of the Mega Life Club, the Mega Life movement, those who are investing in themselves. So many people pay money to be a part of different, things to subscribe to different subscription, but I don't see a lot of people subscribing to their lives. And so when people come to me and say, oh my God, how are you so successful, excuse me, I want to be like you, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, darling, you're looking at $1 million of investments into myself, into making myself a better person, into my education, into my credentials, into my, so that I can confidently and boldly go before others, into my credibility. Credibility is huge. I am one that has invested time, money, energy, effort, tears, learning something new, studying a new idea, studying how to renew the mind, how to transform the mind. Now, just yesterday, and I've been thinking about this recently because I'm just really thinking that this COVID-19 is really man-made, that it is more than what it is, because I'm one who's in the medical field. I'm a naturopathic, and I've worked in the healthcare industry for pretty much all my life. I understand wellness. I'm in that space and in that place, do counseling, therapy, you name it. I've been on the administrative side, on the health insurance side for 15 years, understand how things work that way. I've been in the pharmaceutical area as well. My mom was a nurse. I was a military nurse. So I have the gamut of all the different aspects of wellness, understand how thoughts and behaviors shape your pattern and shape your life. And I know there's the 1918 pandemic of the influenza. But what I heard yesterday from the Northwestern University and also I think Mayo Clinic is that this pandemic, and I'm coming to my topic for today, I'm winding it down. This pandemic, this particular one, COVID-19, the coronavirus, is affecting people neurologically. There are people who actually died because it actually went to their brain instead of affected their lungs. The disease, and I don't know much about it, but I've been hearing little tidbits, because when you talk about up here, that is my field, that is my expertise. And I'm really going really mega in January with my mega lifers and my Kailers. This is one of the reasons I love Kailers so much. Those are those who are the students in Kail International University, because they take what I impart into them and they're activating it. I mean, they're getting the checks, they're living their lives. We went through the coronavirus heat of the pandemic together. They stayed focused. They lived their purpose. They're still living their purpose. In 4 days, we're crossing over. We're going from one stage of life to another. We're becoming true Hebrews, crossing over on that stage. We have our inaugural graduation. Why? Because they're making me make sense. Their lives are being changed and transformed, and it gives me pure joy to see nothing in someone else's life than for them to change, than for them to excel, to advance. My life becomes purposeful and meaningful when I see others just go from this to this to this to this, and to own it all. No limits, no boundaries. That's my life's purpose. So this pandemic, it's affecting, according to Northwestern University Medical Center, that 80% of those who have been diagnosed with the illness, the disease, is affecting them neurologically. It's affecting their sense, their taste. Some have lost taste, some have lost feeling and smell. And I'm like, what in the world? Well, how can a virus, a flu, It's affecting mentally. Some are having memory loss, fogginess, and it's affecting them neurologically here. And I'm just like, oh my God, really? So I'm not going to really get too engaged into the virus because I am a part of a organization, which is the USA Global Pageant, that we are ones that are stepping into our authentic purpose and hosting coronations, which is the crowning of the nation, and which is crowning our royalties, so that we are the ones that come against, meaning that we are that tick, 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 that turn and churn life right now and impart leadership into the space and provide healthy solutions and are being that breath of life, that fresh air. I hear that all the time. You're like a breath of fresh air, like, oh, I can breathe. Yes, those who are connected to our enterprises are a part of that breath of fresh air. We impart that fresh air into our lives. So something is going on, but I don't want to venture off into anything, because when I do something, I give my whole 110%. And right now, I'm really focused on CI University, the pageant, and the mega life. All right. I also have the Dr. Carolyn show somewhere on the burner right there. I got to go out and do leadership training. I got to get into some governmental places and do some things and be some advisors to some folks, because they really need me right now. Actually, Earth really needs what I got to say. So I'm coming mega to you. Starting 12/28, we're going up a whole nother notch, a whole nother level. So I'm inviting you to become a part of this life, if you want to give yourself the gift of life, invest in you. You are the most valuable thing. You matter. Your life matters. And I've been equipped, and I have coaches amongst me that have been equipped with the tools to put in your toolbox that you can use to hammer out the problems, that you can use to nail your purpose once and for all, that you can use to build your life one stair at a time, one step at a time. We have the tools that you can use to finish the course, to run your race, to win, to get that gold medal. It's all about the gold, baby. It's all about the gold. All right. It's winning gold. And that is an earning position. Everything that I have, you have to earn it, because invest equals harvest. You can't get in a harvest in your life if you don't have investments. We have a powerful team that we're putting in place to be able to just maximize that fullest potential. So I'm going to talk about step number 8 today, and I'm going to talk about the mind. There are 2 places that we make decisions with. Ponytail, don't be playing with me now. Come around, make it right. I look cute. I got to stay young, look young all day long. I don't care if it's alive. Every time I show up, I got to show up correct. This is how I am at home. I get dressed. You see what I'm saying? You got to get dressed. You got to feel the dressed up. You got to be royal and look good all day long. You got to go to bed looking good, wake up looking good. If you go to bed looking good, you wake up looking good. I don't care if you have a bonnet on your head. So, some rollers, I do sometimes. I have those rods in my hair to get my hair body and to bounce. Go to bed good, wake up good. All right, I got 8 minutes with you to tell you about 8 making decisions with your heart. Today, my gift of life to you, so write this down, is there are 10 senses, and sense number 8 is mind sense. So making decisions with your mind and not with your heart. All right. Hey, Kathy, how you doing, girlfriend? We crossing over. Kathy is Mrs. Black America Senior, and she's also a Kailer. She's a mega lifer. Hey, Shan, how are you, girl? I see Shan all the way from Jamaica. She is a Kailer, soon to be a mega lifer and a pageant. Got Myra here with me. Whoever else is on here with me, thank you so much for joining me. You guys share this out in all of our groups so folks can jump on and be with me. All right. I'm excited about today. So let me just put this streamer out here. Take my thing off. There we go. Remove my name. All right, everybody knows my name, so I don't need my name on here. I don't know how to get rid of it, but oh well. Okay, so if you're joining me just now, I'm sharing my eighth day principle with you, and I'm coming to you from our 10 senses, and our eighth sense is mind sense. So making decisions with your mind and not with your heart. There's two places that you make decisions with: your heart, which is very emotional. It's very emotional. You make a lot of decisions at home concerning your home with your heart. It tends to be emotional in nature. It comes with a lot of feelings, and all that stuff goes into play. When you make decisions, however, with your mind, there is no emotion attached to it. What I mean by that is you're making a mind decision, a factual, what works best for you decision. Not saying that when you make decisions with your heart, especially amongst your family, that you're not using your mind. Sometimes you really have to. You have to go into the space of your mind for what really makes sense for your family. But in order for me to, in a very short period of time, because this takes really you being a part of the Mega Life Club, $44 per month investment into yourself, megalife.life. We kickstart January 11th, 111. It's all about you, baby. You matter. Number one person is you. All right. So go to the website after I finish, not right now. So it takes time, and this is why it requires consistency. In order to change and transform your lives, to instill these processes, it takes time. So, so to make things very simple, I just say the heart is where you make decisions with, emotional stuff, right? Relational stuff. And the mind is where you make more business related decisions, more things. So just to make it simple right now, that's what I'll do. I just make it simple, but it's bigger than that. And so when you're dealing with business things, when you are really want to capitalize on your life, it is essential that you use the mind. Here is where it may seem like it's just cold, like you're coming off cold, but this is where you need to get to in order to sometimes save your life. Emotional things can drain you. And if you were like who I was a few years ago, I was really driven by my emotions. Everything really affected me. I wanted to make sure everyone was happy. And I realized that I am not in control of other people's behaviors. I can't control anyone's mind, nor was I trying to, nor can I change anyone. I can give the tools, but I don't have the power to change anyone. No one has the power to change me either. It has to take the person themselves or himself or herself to be able to recognize, I want to change. I want to be different. I want to do different. And the first step starts with acknowledgement that there is a problem. So there's so much information coming in into our minds, trillions of information per day, which is one of the problems that we face. There's so much that is just coming in, and it's really difficult in order for the brain to dissect the information quick enough. It's coming from everywhere. Yesterday, I shared about stop listening to so many voices. Stick to one or two. When you have too much information coming in, that creates conflict, because sometimes one person is saying something and another is saying another thing. This is why it's not good to be flipping channels, going from here to here. Stick to one thing so that you can maximize your life's potential. So much information is being deposited. So in order to think with the mind, it requires factual statements. It requires taking yourself out of the position. It literally requires you moving yourself out of it so that you are not being driven from the emotions, but you're literally determining what makes sense. How do you activate your eighth sense? How do you do that? How do you think with here? How do you make decisions from your mind? I share a part of that yesterday. I said, first of all, write it down. Everything starts with just writing down, being able to see it, speak it, and activate it. Write down the situation, what makes sense. Recently, as we're going through, let me give you a quick example. How we have to, in the business every day, we have to make decisions about what makes sense for us. Myra is probably still on here. We were looking for different proposals for different things in our lives and for the business, for the university this weekend, and for the graduation. And there was a company that we were trying to order some supplies from, And there was a minimum quantity that we had to purchase. So if you were getting pens, you had to get like 500 pens, and they're really designed for when you are doing things in mass quantity. And we shared with her that, or with the company, that we just need a small amount right now because we don't want to have inventory on hand, right? This is the inaugural, which means the first of the graduation of this sort. We don't know how things are going to go. We don't have a lot of people that are inside the room because of COVID compliance spacing. And so we don't know if these people are going to buy the stuff, and we know our graduating class. So we wanted to at least get enough for them to be able to purchase. So we had to go out and just find another solution. That's a mind decision. What makes sense, right? Mind sense. We wanted to support a local business because that's what we just wanted to do. And there are other businesses online that we could have done. So what we had to do was go shopping, look for others that are within the same vicinity that can provide to us, same quality, but in a smaller quantity, so that we don't have inventory on hand. We're not storing anything, and that we are able to not do something that does not make any sense. We'll be sitting there with inventory, have paid all this money, and don't know what tomorrow may bring. So instead, we did something differently. We used our mind to be able to do that. We take the situation, we look at it, we write it out, we add it up, what makes sense, what does not make sense, and we moved from there. And that's how simple life is. That's the 8th way of making your life make sense. You can do this in your personal life, your professional life, your career path. What makes sense? What makes sense? It makes sense right now, especially in our arena, that you have the ability to be able to be virtual in every shape, every state of your life. So for our organization and for the way we carry out our university, even the pageant and the Mega Life, we are having the ability to know that even if we are not able to physically gather together, we are able to gather in small groups, and we're able to also do this virtually. Our school has been virtual, and now we're having our small group graduation, but the small is so powerful because we're making a statement. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. This was the 8th day of the Gift of Life with Dr. Carolyn. I am leading you all the way to 1228. Every weekday, I give you 28 minutes of nuggets that you can really use for your life. I'm giving you the gift of life so that you are able to live life fully every single day, transform your life, and make life be purposeful as we continue down this journey. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Live that mega life by making every day good again. See you soon.
Live life mega size. We're making every day good again. Get the experience and education for success. Allow yourself to get a fresh start. Get rid of all the negativity. Learn how to activate your inner peace. Now it's time to be bold, strong, mega life. Dr. Carolyn G. Anderson, Army veteran and business strategist, is calling all mega lifers to be bold and win gold. Our doors are open. Join the club, get the education, and prepare for an experience of a lifetime. Experience plus education equals elevation. 1 + 1 = 2. The Mega Life movement is helping transform lives, families, communities, one day at a time. We invite you in. It's amazing. It's huge. It's Mega Life. Let's stay connected. Focus on you and continue to do life together.